to all citizens of the world. This is Anonymous. It has come to our attention a great organization that is alive and thriving in the world.
To protect our security and our economy, we are also boldly embracing American energy independence. The United States is now by far the #1 producer of oil and natural gas anywhere in the world, by far. It's not even close.
As a plague doctor, I'm concerned that his need to assert dominance over opposition might be a symptom of too much yellow bile, but politically speaking, cracking down on protesters, especially peaceful protesters, is a mark of fascist and authoritarian governments. And considering the Conservative Party's authoritarian policies, the Snoopers Charter, restrictions on striking, etc., we should all be worried.
We are Extinction Rebellion, non-violent civil disobedience against inaction against climate change.
While many European countries struggle with crippling energy costs, the American energy revolution is saving American families $2,500 every year.
The other thing is that they've recently been given a ton of money by US philanthropists. I would like though not to let that kind of money dilute its radical spirit. Seriously, don't let yourselves become the protest army of millionaires.
With U.S. companies and researchers leading the way, we are on the threshold of virtually unlimited reserves of energy, including from traditional fuels, LNG, clean coal, next generation nuclear power, and gas hydrate technologies.
The oceans are rising, but they rise dead.
A former police commissioner has recently stated that XR is an extremist anarchist group plotting to destroy capitalism, and as such, the police should take more proactive measures, which either means more liberal use of arrests or getting out the water cannons. He also said that the government should write laws restricting planned protests and enabling the police to prosecute roadblockers and trespassers more easily. The alarm bells should be ringing in your head right now. Media attention tends to be focused on the arrests that take place, and within the organisation itself, getting arrested can be seen as a badge of honour.
mares se calientan.
Seas are getting warmer.
Los mares se acidifican.
Seas are acidifying.
Los océanos se ahogan por la falta de oxígeno.
Seas are choking from deoxygenation.
Also, while the presence of anti-capitalist and even anarchist elements within XR, both in terms of philosophy and in its methods, is extremely hard to deny, or at least I find that to be the case, that is not a bad thing.
Seas are choking from deoxygenation.
Estamos poniendo en riesgo el verdadero pulmón del planeta.
We are endangering the lungs of our planet.
Sabemos que los mares se alzan.
We know that the seas are rising.
Now, for what I would like to see from XR. Continued disruption is an important and necessary tactic, but I would like to see more boosting of the voice.
This is not a time for pessimism. This is a time for optimism.
And more specific targeting of the ultra-rich, making it hard for them to do business specifically. Maybe blocking the entrances to their businesses. A lot of this stuff they actually already do, but just more. Do it more.
Fear and doubt is not a good thought process, because this is a time for tremendous hope and joy and optimism and action.
Sabemos que los mares se mueren.
We know that the seas are dying.
But to embrace the possibilities of tomorrow, we must reject the perennial prophets of doom and their predictions of the apocalypse.
Also, what would be great for them is to help empower communities to stop relying on corporations, maybe encourage the setting up of community funds for renewable energy.
Without any religious dogma or hidden agenda, they simply wish to realize together with the world the simple truth and purpose of our existence.
Or community gardens, or places where people can swap or repair things that they no longer need.
They are the heirs of yesterday's foolish fortune tellers, and I have them, and you have them, and we all have them.
¿Qué harás al respecto?
So what will you do?
They predicted an overpopulation crisis in the 1960s, mass starvation in the 70s.
Maybe it's that I believe in the strategy of disruption. Maybe I like the philosophy of non-hierarchical, decentralized democracy that its philosophy so often embodies, which incidentally makes it often outright anarchist.
And an end of oil in the 1990s. These alarmists always demand the same thing: absolute power to dominate, transform, and control every aspect of our lives. We will never let radical socialists destroy our economy, wreck our country, or eradicate our liberty. America will always be the proud, strong, and unyielding bastion of freedom.